Today on the channel, from a rocky start to a final boss, we got The Rock ×2 with the Mattel Creations exclusive WWE Superstars set.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, back again with another WWE Superstars unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got The Rock ×2 with the Mattel Creations Rock 2-pack. But for all your Rock 2-pack needs, Mattel Creations. But for everything else wrestling related, hit up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. And of course, going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. The second of the 2 packs of Superstars from, of course, Mattel Creations is this double dose of The Rock. Now, the last one we got felt a little bit different. It was Cody Rhodes and Dusty Rhodes. It felt like a family legacy pack. This one, just 2 straight Rocks, feels a little bit strange. Now, we do get early edition Rock and current day Rock, which kind of feels weird in the Superstars line. Now, we did get the Brahma Bull Rock earlier. We'll compare that later here. But I guess it's start and finish of The Rock's career as of right now. Personally, I would have liked to see Rocky Johnson in this pack. I think that would have been cool. However, you put your business hat on, and that's what I did for this video here today. I don't know how well Rocky Johnson resonates in the Superstars line, be it even the Elite line, as we've seen over the last couple of years. But an interesting 2-pack nonetheless, and a lot of us love the Superstars, and we all want to be able to buy these on Mattel Creations, and I'm hoping in 2026 that's going to be the case. There's been some hints to that from the Mattel team. We'll see if that does take place in the future. But the future is now as far as unboxing, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a double dose of The Rock right there, Superstars line. I got to figure out a case to hold these so I can hang them on the wall, too. I got to get that figured out one of these days. As of now, I need to buy 2 cases, so we'll see what happens. But Rock, young and old, Superstars line, of course. You got The Rock, a final boss, Rocky Maivia. Very interesting there. Then The Rock and the final boss, of course. Mattel logo at the top. What do we got for age? 8 and up. You 7-year-olds, you're out of luck. But you 8-year-olds, you're eating good tonight with a double dose of The Rock if you want to. Tell Santa. We know how it goes. On the back, plain Jane background. You got images of both. The Rock, of course. Jibber jabber down low. No tail of the tape, nothing like that. It just says The Rock and final boss. So the final boss, Rock, is what we got. And we're just going to pull it out of the package. It is slip card packaging, which is different than the regular Superstars. Would love it if the regular Superstars were like this. Couldn't really do that at retail, though. But you can on this. Gentle off to the side. See you later. How about it? How about it? And how about a little plastic prison? 2 title belts on this, too. You get the Brahma Bull, the Rock Championship belt, and you got the old school Intercontinental title belt looking very cool. But we do got a lot of twist ties. We do got one baggie. I'm going to take this offline. Get all this out of the package. We'll be back talking all things Final Boss and Rocky Maivia. All right, we got the Rocks out of the package. Let's dive into the accessories first. And let's start with the hands. Of course, being the same character, they can switch any of these hands between them. I will say out of the package, He-Man hitchhiking style hands for both these guys out of the package. Now, we do get the come bring it hands here. Going to give a little of that. So we do get that for the Rocks. We do get 2 Fists of Fury for those punches in bunches. And of course, we do got the what you gonna do, brother hands right here. So we got those going on. And then we got the splayed out hands, the jazz hands, of course, for the Rock's eventual song and dance movie. I'm sure he'll come out with eventually. So we do got all the hands you could really possibly want for either of these Rocks. But let's go in order. Let's start it off with that blue chipper Rocky Maivia. And we're going to start with that Intercontinental title belt he has here. Some people like these, but I think more people than expected actually really like these belts, myself included. They're just like the Elite belts, but a little bit of a duller shine. Remind you of the basic main event style belts. But there's something pretty cool about these. And this Intercontinental title always is going to win my heart over when I close my eyes deep at night and I think of the Intercontinental title belt. This is exactly what I think of. So very cool to see this with Rocky Maivia. Maybe he didn't really quite deserve it with this era of The Rock. A lot of people were against that time, as we do know, but I was here for it. No, not really. I wasn't either. So Rocky Maivia looking good, though, in the head sculpt department. It's young Rock. He's got that crazy hair. It looks like a pineapple, his head is what it looks like to me. 2 ears, 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth, and a smiling face full of nice white chiclets going on in that mouth, but looking good. He's got those long sideburns, too, looking very nice. Looks like The Rock, though. There's no mistaking it. Now, he does got that, I don't know what you call this thing, but it goes over the top of him here. Now, we've seen this with the Elites. I would not be shocked if this wasn't reused from the Elite department. That's kind of the nice thing with Superstars and Elites. A lot of the accessories, and as we've seen, hands do transfer over. But we do get this going on here. Got all the kind of fringe off into the end here. Looking good, but a hallmark of one young Rocky Maivia once upon a time. And now diving into The Rock himself here. Once again, muscled up bodies. Got to get the most out of your molds. And we see that with the Superstars line, but it does work for sure. Blue elbow pads, blue wrist tape. You got the blue knee pads going on. You got the white boots. And you got those Rocky trunks around this time. Looking pretty nice. Articulation, arms all the way around for us there. Single jointed elbow, side to side. Hands removable back and forth, side to side. Head back and forth, side to side. Waist articulation. Legs go up. Single jointed knee, side to side. Boot cut. Ankles back, forth, side to side, up and down. Once again, our usual Superstars He-Man articulation here. With that blue chipper, Rocky Maivia, and he should fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand using discount code Kyle. Save 10%, but not a bad piece of business. Now, I've never been a huge Rock fan. He never really did a lot for me outside of this one, and we'll get to it. But for what this represents and for what it's trying to be, this is pretty much the perfect Superstars of Rocky Maivia. I don't think we ever need another one, but it does look good. I don't have really any issues with this. I can't complain about this figure at all. Nice to see it. The accessories add a little bit of extra touch to it, and of course the hands always give it a little extra personality. So Rocky Maivia, not a bad piece of business here. But when I think of Rock, and I think for the rest of time, when I think of Rock, he's going to be the final boss. I was totally taken in on the final boss, him whipping Cody with the belt, him cussing, dropping F-bombs and stuff. I was here for that. I was here for that. It had some of that attitude, some of that ECW type feel is almost what it gave me, a little of that kind of feel. I wish he would have continued with that. I wish we could have saw more of the final boss, but man, it's just been a kind of disappearing act is what it's been, unfortunately. But we're going to dive into it here with The Rock, and we're going to start it. He's got the glasses going on here. We've seen final boss Rock figures over the last year. Sometimes they get glasses, sometimes they don't. I am glad this one does get the gold glasses here with the black lenses. Looking very nice, all things considered. Now, we do get the title belt here. And I guess it's not really a title belt. It's the Brahma Bull Championship, isn't it? It's the People's Champion. And didn't he get this from like Muhammad Ali's wife or something? Very strange if you ask me. But the People's Champion belt, we've seen this before. And I should say both these belts you could use with your Elites if that is your thing. But this does look good. And I guess if you're going to give this one the Intercontinental title belt, you got to give the final boss a belt. And this one definitely works. We've seen it on TV. Happy to have that in the Superstars line as well. But now let's dive into Old Man Rock. How about final boss Rock? He's got that bald head going on, 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth. He's got that raised eyebrow. He's ready to go. He's getting that people's eyebrow. Very stoic face on him, too. Of course, he's an angry Rock. He's angry, my friends. Very angry look on him. Now, he does got that vest, that $1 million vest going on. The Rock final boss on the back. Got the Velcro, of course. You can take it off, leave it on, remove it. Of course, we'll strip him all down for the glamour shots. But to me, I'm leaving this on him on my display. I think it gives him an extra dose of personality, and it screams final boss, of course. Now, we do get the pants down here. Once again, we got some Velcro going on. You got the Rock trunks underneath there, the classic black Rock trunks with the Brahma Bull on the back of the trunks as well. Looking very good. Of course, you got the black boots that Rock always wears. Hitchhiking hands, as we talked about. He's got 2 black elbow pads, and we got all the modern-day Rock tattoos. He's come a long way from being pretty clean to having all these tattoos here. I will say, no tattoos on Rocky. And it was his first ever tattoo, probably the Brahma Bull. And for some reason, I felt like he had it back in this day. Maybe he didn't. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know the Rock's body in and out like some of yous do out there. But I don't know when he got that Brahma Bull tattoo. But to me, that's the most iconic Rock tattoo of all time. Obviously, he's got the whole pecs and all that kind of stuff now. But that's the one I always go back to, that Brahma Bull. And I can't remember what year he got that, but why would I remember that? Why would I remember something like that, Todd? But somebody will. Somebody will. Now, articulation identical between these two. You know how that goes, of course. And he should fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand using discount code Kyle to save 10%. What do you know? The Rock, final boss, fitting on there perfectly. So Not a bad piece of business between these two. But as I mentioned earlier, we're not done. And a lot of people are wondering why Rocky Maivia, why Final Boss, why not the Brahma Bull? Well, we already got him from the Superstars line. And I'm noticing right here, it looks to be the same glasses between these two. Nope, different glasses. Take that back, take that back. But we can meet it with the Brahma Bull right in the middle right here. Uh-oh, as he falls off his stand. But we can meet it in the middle, which is pretty cool to see. I guess if you're a huge Rock fan, you love all these different eras of The Rock, and there's still some more Rocks they could put out there. And of course, this isn't it. A lot of people said, this it? Nope, we got more. Masters of the WWE Universe got us a Rock, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the only figure to come with a title belt was this Rock once upon a time. So we've had a few Rocks in this style packaging, or this style articulation, I guess, form factor, whatever you want to call it. Wouldn't be shocked to see some more in the future, though. That is the thing. The Rock, obviously a heavy hitter. They're going to get him out there as much as they can. There's probably a couple extra Rocks they could get. Maybe one day we'll get WWE Superstars Nation of Domination. Maybe we could see that in the future. We'll see where it goes. But I do like this one. I especially like the Final Boss. I'm a little bit more biased. But the Maivia, the Rocky Maivia, the Blue Chipper, feels at home the most in the Superstars line, if you're going to ask me that. But the Brahma Bull himself, the Rock, getting a double pack over at Mattel Creations, available right now if you're after it. But what's your thoughts on these two? Are you picking them up? You got these on your want list? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell, as we got videos every single day, and then some. We got even more content for you, of course, over there on Patreon, YouTube channel memberships. Plenty of stuff to keep you busy. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com, which conveniently enough is the name of my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show, each and every Tuesday, wherever podcasts are found, with video cast on YouTube. And check it out if you have not already. So for the Rock Mattel Creations 2-pack, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?
Get that real guitar.